Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's having a great and wonderful day. Well, hey, take a look. I'm at the Barber Motorsports Museum outside Birmingham, Alabama. So here you go. As always, this was not really planned. So, well, at least part of it. The wife went down to the Penn State versus Aurburn game. We're down in Aurburn, Alabama. So that was kind of planned, but I have no interest in football. I have no interest in any of it. So she kind of said, "You want to go along?" I'm like, fine. So we left on Friday. Our flight was at 6:20 a.m. on a Friday morning. So, here it is, Thursday evening at 8 o'clock. I decided, maybe I should figure out something to do while she's at the game. So, I was kind of looking. I didn't see anything around Aurburn. Aurburn seemed like quite the dud to me. So, then I kind of thought, I wanted to do some motorcycle rental. So, again, it's a Thursday, about 8:30 in the evening, and we're flying out at 6:20 the next morning. Yeah, that's how good of a planner I am. Right on top of things. So, I was looking around different areas. There was nothing really to rent around there, so, oh well. So, I decided, whatever. We'll wait when we get there. So we flew in Hotlanta, and we got about Hotlanta about 9:30 a.m. Got a rental car, and I was kind of looking at the directions to get to the hotel from Hotlanta, about 2 hours trip. And I noticed one of the alternate routes was through Columbus, Georgia. So I thought, my spidey senses, my biker YouTube senses says, hey, Columbus, Georgia. Isn't that where, could it be? Yeah, maybe. And as it turns out, it is. It is the home of the former YouTube star, the Harley Tech, John Maxwell. So I said, well, while we're going to your thing, why don't we stop and check out John Maxwell? I would love to meet him. And I did. Walked in there, and of course he was busy in the back, but he came out with a big old dirty thumbs up. Comes out of the back and says, what can we do for you? I said, I'm just passing through. I wanted to meet you. So he was he was exactly like you expect him on YouTube. Had that smile, very calm, very welcoming. Even though he had a whole lot to do, he still took time, BS'd, and gave us a little tour. And that was really neat. I mean, I've been following him for years. I'm still a Patreon member, so that tells anything. So I finally got to meet the Harley Tech, John Maxwell. So we went through Columbus, Georgia. Got to meet him on Friday. Got into Alabama. And kind of, hung out, did a little bit things with the wife there, spent some time. Then came Saturday morning. Wife left at about 7:30 in the morning. So we had breakfast together, and now it's like, I guess I'll see what I can do. So I was looking at the map, and I thought, Birmingham, Alabama. Ain't that where... I know that very well because I had owned a motorcycle that came from there. That's right, at least for a little bit. I owned a 2017 Modus MTS, which was made in Birmingham, Alabama. So I thought, well, might as well visit the place where my former motorcycle purchase, my biggest regret so far, has came from. So I figured it's about 2 hours and 20 minutes. So why not? We'll take a drive up there. So we took a drive up to the Barber Motorsports Museum, which you've been seeing here. And I'm glad I did. I wish I would have had more time, but that's usual. So I basically just kind of ran through it and took pictures, and here you go. Again, terrible planning on my part, but that's usual. I usually don't plan, but anyway, this is no exception. So I drove the 2 hours and 15 minutes, whatever. Went up and got to see the Barber Motorsports Museum. It was amazing. Yeah. I am not one for... I don't putz around usually. I like this. Even though I went through this faster than what I wanted to, still, I know people that were standing around and, looking at things with fine-tooth comb and, doing all this gollicking. I don't know, whatever. I kind of went through, oh, that's cool, take a picture. A Victory Vision. I always thought these Victory Visions were cool. I love them, and if I'd be a real man and got my license in time, I was looking at them, and I was actually thinking about that. So, anyway, I did like them. But, anyway, so I just kind of came through, took a picture of the bike, took a picture of the plaque, looked around, said, oh, that's cool. Picture of the bike, picture of the plaque, and moved on. I'm not big on sitting there. I love this Indian. I mean, considering I have a 2017 Indian Springfield, I really thought this was cool. I love the paint. The color on this, of course, this doesn't no justice, but paint on it was just beautiful, just amazing. And yes, I could have edited this better. They zoomed in on all these plaques so you could actually read them like I did here. I did do some editing. I did do some, but as usual, I got bored. I thought this was kind of funny. Ha ha! Waiting for a little Nelson. I thought it was kind of cool. But anyway, so we zipped on through a Ducati. You got to have the Ducatis. So we bebop through here. We got to see this. This is definitely. I love the Kawasaki. Gotta have the Kawasaki, baby. And it's 1978, which happens to be the year I was born. So of course, I had to see the Kawasaki. There's another Ducati. Look at that pack. The Ducati got some junk in the trunk, baby. And of course the GS looking like a Beamer should be. Used and abused. So, if you ever get a chance to get down there, I definitely recommend it. Kind of amusing to me that this is like the like the third motorsports museum I've been in here and this year. So for whatever reason. But I thought that was interesting. Moto Ducati. But anyway, like I said, this was really well worth the trip. I'm glad I went. Of course, I wish I would have had more time, but that's kind of like everything. But, there you go. That's how you get down. I'm sure my video don't do justice, or people have done a whole lot better than me, but, well, it is what I am. It is what it is. I am what I am. Someday, maybe I'll be one of them people who gets paid. You'll have to step up my game, but I like this. 70s saw an explosion of diverse economical motorcycles. Kind of like that was cool. I did like the sayings and how that all kind of brought in. I was born in 78, so I sort of had right on the borderline of that 70s rawness and economics and thriftiness. And then the 80s of, 80s. We'll just leave it there. 60s like this, I had problems, relating to, but, definitely 70s and 80s. Although, how can you not like a pack full like that? There we go. This is a Motus, proudly built in Birmingham, Alabama. It's 2014. Mine was the 2017. So, there you go. That was kind of cool to see where it was built. And while it's not the bike's fault, but that was just a lot more bike than I could handle. I unfortunately figured out that for the $32,000 price, for my 5'4" stature and my inability, that was just not a suitable bike. I lost a boatload of money on it, but I don't know. But in 2017, I think I put about 7,000 miles on it, and traded it in on my 2019 Indian Springfield, which is much more my style. But yeah, poor choices is what I'm good at. I'd love to say I'm older, wiser, but I'm still good at poor choices. So, anyway, I am what I am. But one of the really cool things, while I was walking through, I swear I kept hearing like engine noise, like racing. But this is a motorsports museum, so I didn't really think of it too hard. I was like, that's cool. They're pumping in racing noise. I heard it through the PA. I was like, that's cool. But I'm walking through and I notice, hey, it looks like there's cars out on the track. Ooh. So I ventured on out to the track. And this is Dave, N3PRO, reporting from the track. Now back to you, Bob and Tanya, in the studio. Alright, so now we're back into the museum. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you made it 24:45 in here, thank you very much. You are amazing. So hopefully you enjoyed it so far. Hopefully you enjoyed the track day. I did. Again, this is totally unplanned. I have no idea who was racing, why they were racing. I have no idea. I did zero research. I did zero planning. I just happened to stumble across it. So I thought that was cool. Even seeing a smart car. So there you go. Check out this Hayabusa, baby. Is that not a cool Hayabusa? Suzuki Hayabusa. Anyway. So there you go. So again, this is like a lot of things. I used to be such a planner, but I found that every time I plan stuff, something gets canceled or weather, whatever the case. And then I'm disappointed because I do all this research, I do all this planning, I have all my hopes up, and I am so anticipating the experience just to have it torn from my very soul when I get there and I can't. And then I have the deep regret and the disappointment, as typical in my disappointing life. I had such great disappointment because I don't get to see what I came to see. So I just wing it, and it is always amazing. There have been so many trips like this where totally can't say totally, but only partially planned. I plan to go from point A to point B and see what happens. And just like this, everything just fell into place. It was great. I loved it. It was amazing. Of course, I check out the police bikes because that's kind of what I enjoy. I do like the police motor stuff. So that's kind of what got my started piquing my interest in motorcycles. I love this. A Honda Goldwing. A Honda Goldwing police version for the Sheriff's Department. Sheriff Buford T. Justice. I thought that was cool. I've never seen a Goldwing in police. So I'd like to get pulled over by a Honda Goldwing. I'm on the Goldwing. That's Chris Caliente would say. So, anyway. I really thought that was cool. And, of course, when I'm up there, I had to stop by Buc-ee's. Everybody needs some Buc-ee's. So, I had to do Buc-ee's again. This will be my third trip. Look at this. $2.98. Of course, you had to get the Buc-ee's brisket and the Buc-ee's pulled pork. And, of course, a Buc-ee's sweet tea. Because it's all about the Buc-ee's, baby.